All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics Presents. This is the artist Andrew speaking, and we are live streaming once again. And I am joined by my ever faithful companion, Avery Butterworth. How you doing this evening, Avery?
Meh.
You notice how I called you my ever faithful companion and not best friend?
Yeah, it's equally disturbing.
Equally just crap. I thought I was doing something new. All right, give me just a second. I need to turn off this autofocus on this camera because that pisses me off when it does that all the time. I move around way too much for it to autofocus. There we go. All right. So what's new and happening in the world of Avery? Oh, now why is it all?
Nothing.
And then I lose the video. Oh, well. We'll try something else. Hold on. You know, I don't know why. I just lost my video. Let's turn it back on. Hey, everybody.
What are you
Hello,
doing?
hello. I don't know. I just...
Oh my god.
I turned off the autofocus, and the next thing it does is it decides to crap out on me.
Oh my god.
All right, there we go. Now the camera's working again. I don't know what the heck's happening here. Nothing. Technical difficulties, folks.
Yeah, and you just went robotic too.
Oh well, it'll be. I think what it is I'm screwing around with the settings while we're doing this, and
it doesn't
like it. It does not like that.
It doesn't like that, George.
No, it doesn't like it at all. Oh, well, I had a good day at work today.
Oh, no one cares.
What? I did. I had a problem with one of the projects I was working on, and I solved the problem. So, and then my coworker partner told me he was taking the next 2 days off, and I'm like, no problem, I can handle it. I can handle it all by myself. I'm fully capable of taking up trash and sweeping up the floor. Oh wait, no, that's your job.
Yep. Yeah, Andrew can handle it by himself. He's a big kid now.
I'm a big boy now. Okay. So, thank God tomorrow's Thursday. Hey, did you see the new movie I picked up that I added to my Voodoo library?
No.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, because I know that's one you really wanted to see.
Yeah.
So it's there if you want to watch it. Jen and I watched it last night. It was cute.
Yeah, no thanks.
Okay, well, it was fun. But
I think you and I have different definitions of fun. I consider fun things I enjoy.
Oh, well, I enjoy watching movies. Oh, well. All right. So tonight we're going to do some drawing. I'm not sure exactly. Well, I do have an idea what I'm drawing tonight. I am going to work on, heaven forbid, the drawing of Hero. I bet you guys would not have guessed that in a million years, huh?
You went robotic.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. Well, the joke I made was that I was going to draw Hero, and then I said, I bet you guys were not going to, you would not have guessed that in a million years.
Funny.
Yes, people. Dumb dad jokes. That's what you all signed up for, is dumb dad jokes. All right, let's get started. Oh, what is this number here? Sure hope it wasn't important. I'm erasing it. So I started thinking more about that idea you gave me about doing one of the prints, like a collage type thing, and I thought about the whole idea of doing scenes from the book and all, and I may do scenes from the book, or I may just do characters from the book in the background, make the main scene Hero and the snake, of course.
Yeah, just amalgamated scenes.
Yeah.
Out of context.
Oh yeah.
Just so they look like a cool composition.
Oh, cool composition. I don't know. That might be beyond my capabilities.
True.
Shut up.
Mm.
It's like, call it like I see it. That's all.
Mm.
You dick.
Yeah. You just took a shot at me. So
I know.
Hey, what's up, Jerry?
Hey, Jerry. I just got some movies on Vudu, also The Silence of the Lambs and sequel and the VHS collection. Huh? Oh, VHS, that the movie series, right? I think I've only seen like one or two of those. There may only be one or two, but you know what he's talking about?
Yes, the
Yeah.
horror movies VHS.
Yeah. A couple of those were kind of freaky.
I've seen part of one of them.
Well, there was one that went really, really, really freaky in the fact that it was a lot of suspense stuff. And then there's another one that just went completely, the one I saw was like vampires and the end of the earth and so forth. The ones where it's something that could really happen are kind of more freaky than anything else. One of the ones, I forget if it's the first or the second, but there was this part where these two lovers, this man and the woman, they're traveling, and they go out and you see videos of them checking out the national parks and so forth, and they're hiking and all this stuff. And then the video switches to when they're asleep inside. Somebody is inside their hotel room videotaping them while they sleep, and that's the one that's kind of like, oh my god, just the thought of that really happening is kind of freaky. But it's then when you do the whole end of the world demons and stuff, that's where it gets kind of kooky. That's the ones that could possibly really happen. That's kind of freakier.
Yeah, like the demons.
Yeah,
That's realistic.
go back to sleep, man. You don't know what you're talking about.
Trust me. It's all real.
It's all real?
Yeah. There's three. Jerry said there's three of them.
Okay, well then I've only seen two, I think.
I've seen one of them and part of the other one. I don't think I watched all the second one.
Okay, well. Oh, Jerry, I forgot to tell you this, but I didn't realize it. I thought it was tonight, but it was actually last night. One of the guys we follow, his name is Mike S. Miller, and on his live stream, he does one called the Drawn and Quarterly, where he gets a bunch of artists to... What?
Drawn and Quartered.
Drawn and Quartered. Whatever, yeah, you know what I mean. And he gets a bunch of... Shut up and let me finish what I'm saying. This is important to Jerry. And... he gets a bunch of artists together and they all draw the same image. Like last week or the week before, it was Starfire, and last week it was Lobo. Last night, they all drew Freddy Krueger. So I haven't watched the video yet. I haven't watched it yet, but you should definitely go check it out because Jerry's a big Freddy Krueger fan. So you get to see all these different artists do their own interpretation of Freddy Krueger, and I honestly don't know if it came out good or not, but a lot of the artists that he usually gets on there are pretty awesome. So you should definitely go check it out. And when you comment or you leave a message or something and you say, oh, this video was cool, you tell him I sent you. Tell him I sent you. I met him in New York, and hopefully we'll be able to do something with him sometime soon. I got to reach back out to him and say hi again. And you never know. We might do our own version of Drawn and Quartered. Is that it? Drawn and Quartered?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was gonna say, Avery, are you still listening or no? So, but Jerry's a big fan of Mr. Freddy Krueger. What did you think of the remake, Jerry? The one with what's his name? The guy from Watchmen. The guy that played Rorschach in Watchmen. Haley, I'm blanking on his name, damn it.
It's pretty mediocre.
He says, just looked it up. That's something that'll have to wait till for Saturday. Didn't watch the... You didn't watch the mate? Really? Really? Okay. I don't remember it being bad. I just don't remember it being good either, you know?
Yeah, it was okay.
I mean, I don't mind the actor playing it. I mean, they did a whole bunch of... They made it so it didn't look like him, you know? But, I don't remember it being horrible, but I don't remember it being memorable either. So
yeah, it was.
It was not.
It was. That movie is very much is from that time and that place, and if you.
Well, I remember I watched a few of them with Ayla, and I told her, I says, the secret to watching horror movies sometimes is to be able to laugh at them. They're not as scary as if you laugh at them. And there was this one scene, I forget which movie it was in. It was either one or two. It was one of the earlier ones where this girl is running through the house. And besides the fact that he fell down the stairs and you actually see him land on a mattress, they didn't edit out the mattress. But there was another scene where she's running through like the dining room and she literally picks up a napkin, a cloth napkin, and throws it at him, and he gets shocked by it, and we were laughing for like 15 minutes straight. We had to watch it over and over again because that was just hilarious. She literally threw a napkin at him, and he reacted like, oh, you know, and jumped back.
Oh yeah, the first one was funny.
Didn't Johnny Depp die in the first one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, it had some good things, right?
I love the first movie.
Yeah. I think the idea of Dream Warriors was my favorite one. But that's the last one I can remember seeing like on VHS or something back in the old day of renting movies.
Bitch.
What?
Photoshop just crashed on me.
Oh.
For some reason, I don't know why. I just finished something and hadn't clicked save yet.
Oh no.
Really? We gotta do that all again.
No. Is it because you're sharing with me? Is it because you're live streaming that it crashed?
I don't know. I left Photoshop up last night.
No.
My video card's probably
used up. Yeah. Well, I have got to start working on prepping those files for the first book, and I got some other stuff I've got to start doing. So I may have to put down the drawing pen for a little bit while I work on that stuff. But nobody wants to sit there and watch me, you know, do stuff like that. But I may just make a video about it anyway, just because, you know, it's part of the process.
It just crashed again.
Your Photoshop?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez. You may have to reboot your whole computer then.
You know what? That's probably it, because I think the screen even stayed up. The pen was laying on the tablet.
Oh, I hear you. Well, if you got to go and come back, I'll send you a re-invite if I need be. If you want to do that now. Or if you just don't want to work, that's fine too. You can just sit and talk.
What's going on?
Well, I invited the Todd Meister. I don't know if he's going to come or not, but I miss the days of going to Blockbuster. Yeah, we had a, when the kids were younger, okay. We had a Blockbuster like right down the street from us, almost to the point where they could ride their bike to it. And I remember that one summer where they were doing that promotion where you paid like a certain amount, and depending on how many videos you wanted to rent, you could rent you just go in and you take two and then you come back and then you swap them out and get two more. And it was the same. You didn't have to pay each time. You only paid one time. And the kids had they loved it because during the summer they would, you know, they could rent 4 or 5 movies in a single day, you know. Sometimes they'd rent the same movies over and over again. But they had permission to, they were allowed on the account, so they could go to the store themselves, rent a movie, bring it home, watch it, and then take it back and rent another one.
Hey, Dad, I'm here.
Oh, hey! That would be Raphael. And that would be Charlie saying hello to Raphael. One of these days, the dog's going to get used to the people that live here, you know?
I don't really miss Blockbuster. I like renting movies. I just wish renting movies on different streaming services
Was cheaper.
Yeah, I just wish it was cheaper. Like, instead
Yeah.
of being, like, if Redbox came along and let you rent it for $1 a day, why isn't this different streaming things $1?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you tell them, buddy. You tell them.
I think they'd rent even more movies if they were $1. I have rented movies that way on Xbox or Vudu.
Yeah.
It's really convenient.
Well, Jen will rent something whenever we get one of those. Like, you get a $5 thing from T-Mobile or something.
I don't know what those are.
Oh, well, T-Mobile does their T-Mobile Tuesdays, and sometimes they'll do you get a free movie rental. They'll give you like $5 worth of credit, and that's usually enough to rent one movie, like a $2.99, $3.99 movie.
Sometimes they're $4 and $5, man. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Like they used to be. I remember Vudu used to be a little bit cheaper than like Xbox Live. Don't crash, stupid Photoshop.
Yeah, stupid Photoshop.
It's probably because my video card spazzing out or something.
Mm. I'm gonna have to get reference for the snake. I mean, I've got plenty of reference somewhere, so I can't rent on Vudu because I'm not going to spend $5 on a digital copy. It's true, and I don't like the limited selection on Redbox. I understand that too. Me and the kids, we used to do Redbox all the time, but we stopped doing it because my thing about Redbox is the fact that they cater to the lowest common denominator, meaning you get in line behind somebody who's an absolute idiot, and you know exactly what you're there for. And if they got it, you're going to rent it, you're going to get it, and you're going to go. But the person in front of you has to go through and scroll through and read the description on every single movie. And you're like, oh, good God, people. All right. It's like Walmart shoppers. Granted, I will shop at Walmart all the time, but they have some of the dumbest customers at Walmart. It's one of the reasons why I'm glad I don't own a retail store. I don't think I could deal with customers. Right, Avery?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. All right. Gonna draw
Walmart shoppers like Antifa kids shopping in Walmart, and I'm just like,
did you see that you work at Walmart? Oh, that's funny. Then you know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to stupid people. Jerry's not going to say nothing.
no, he can't. He wouldn't.
You know those Walmart people, they probably pay attention to what you do. No, they don't. I'm sure they don't. But actually, I have another friend of mine who works at Walmart, and he collects steelbook cases, and I'm so glad Walmart doesn't get as many exclusive Walmart steelbook cases as they used to, because their selection sucks. I hate buying stuff from Walmart. Steelbook case wise, I mean. Actually, I just recorded. He says there's some people that can't find anything on their own. Yeah, I know. I absolutely detest when people go up to the cashier and they start complaining about, that they'll bitch at the cashier about something that happened in the back of the store, like, you guys don't have this anymore, or this is not on sale anymore. It's like the cashier has absolutely nothing to do with that. But that's the person you yell at, Just
the cashier has no power.
Yeah, no.
They don't get to make any decisions. Oh well.
They're there to ring you up, and that's it. They don't care about anything else. Man, I'm looking forward to work tomorrow. Yeah, they do have good deals on old movies, but
yeah, that's what I look for there.
Yeah, but I don't like DVD. I don't like buying stuff on DVD, and that's what they have a lot of. They, like, once again, Walmart, they carry a lot of DVDs where, like, Best Buy doesn't carry DVDs. Very rarely do they have DVDs at all, because, they're more into the upper, what other people want, and,
I'm fine with older movies and older TV shows on DVD. They look weird when you watch them on Blu-ray.
Actually, you know what? Mike just bought something on DVD. He asked me if I'd be willing, if I wanted to do a review of it. I mean, like a episode-by-episode review. And I told him I'd look into it. But he bought, actually, I have it right here, the complete series of Gravity Falls. I don't know anything about the series, but he said it's really good. So, 40 episodes. I'll be willing to check it out.
I think I saw it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but it's on DVD, which I told him, he bought it because he thought it'd be good.
Yeah, some things aren't on Blu-ray because they're too old, and they.
Yeah, Jerry says DVD and Blu-ray is the same to him. Not me. I'm not going to buy a DVD unless I absolutely had to. I'd rather have it on Blu-ray. What the hell? Oh, it's Charlie.
Some things it doesn't make a difference.
Well,
a TV show shot 30 years ago, you're not going to get anything out of having it on Blu-ray, except pay more.
Do you know what the difference for me with Blu-ray and DVD is?
What?
It's even worse than you think. It's the size of the cases. Blu-ray is the smaller compact, where DVD is taller. When I have all my movies on my bookshelf, all the Blu-rays are smaller, shorter than the DVDs, and it just doesn't work. So I'd rather just have Blu-rays.
It's never anything that makes any sense.
I didn't say it made sense. Come on, man.
It makes any sense with you. It's always something bizarre.
Well, it's the truth.
It's.
That's why I don't like buying those. I don't like buying like the Blu-ray sets where it's multiple movies, because sometimes they're thicker than a regular Blu-ray movie, and I'd rather just have. I would rather buy, if there were 5 movies in the set, I'd rather have 5 Blu-rays than
you're
have
on the spectrum. You've got to be mildly autistic.
We've discussed that before. It's a very good possibility.
Yeah.
It's a very good possibility. But no, it's like they came out with Best Buy did the Steelbook case for Die Hard, and then they did Die Hard 1, and then they did the entire collection of Die Hard in a steelbook case. And I'm like, I'd rather have each movie in its own separate steel case than buy them all together in one. And I've bought neither one of them yet because, you know. All right. That snake doesn't look too bad. I'll have to tweak it a little bit, but it's close to what I'm looking for. Maybe. Actually, the neck comes down here. I'll actually have to use some reference for this one. Especially if I want to put it... the only problem with tomorrow is Mike's got to work early, so I got to take him to work first, and then I gotta go into work so I can have his car. I may have to do some car shopping this weekend, maybe.
Yes. Think?
Well, it's not. I hate car shopping, to be honest with you. I don't like going out.
I've seen your vehicles. I believe that.
It's because in the past I just take whatever my mechanic has available for sale, and that's what I buy. Oh, see, those are the type of boxes, Jerry, that I absolutely hate. He bought the James Bond Blu-ray collection where it's 22. I hate that. I hate those.
Yeah, I love those. I love the value.
Nope, I hate those. That's like when I bought my my set of Harry Potter Steelbook case edition. I bought the pack that had all 8 movies in its own individual Steelbook case. That's the way to do it. That's the way I want to have it. So,
I love those big box sets of old cheesy horror movies where it's like 50 horror movies for like $10 on DVD.
No, I can't stand those.
I love them. I love them. Odds are there's probably only 3 or 4 movies in there that I really, really like. But some of the other ones, I just have to watch them anyway.
No.
And I don't need them on Blu-ray because they were shot in 1947 or 1962. Blu-ray's not going to help anything.
No, I hear you. Yeah, $60 for 22 movies. Yeah, see, I, on the other hand, have been buying the James Bond movies that have been released in the Steelbook cases, paying anywhere from $7.99 to $9.99 each. But I've been very selective about which ones I want. So I would rather have each movie individually in its own separate Steelbook case than to have all of them in one box set. As a matter of fact, how many movies do I have? Let me check. I actually have a list.
Yeah, I would have a box set of all the old James Bond movies.
Nope.
A good price.
Nope. All right, let's see here.
Yeah,
do I have it listed under 007 or do I have James Bond? All right, I'm going to tell you the movies I own. Let's see. James Bond, I have number 2, From Russia with Love. The 5th one, You Only Die Twice. That was like an all-time favorite of mine. My dad used to own that one. I used to watch it all the time because that was the one that had ninjas in it. 6, which is On Her Majesty's Secret Service, which I actually haven't watched. I own it, but I haven't watched it. And then you have the 1, 2, 3. You have the 4. You have Steelbook. I have to get as good a deal as I can get. Yeah, I think that's the truth. Yeah, but I think on these I paid as little as $5.99 for them. Yeah, from Russia with Love and Her Majesty's Secret Service, I paid $5.99 for. You Only Die Twice, Casino Royale, and Quantum of Silence, I paid $11.99 for. And then Skyfall, I got for $5.99, and I bought Spectre when it came out, and that was $19.99. So, but that was because it was brand new.
See, I wouldn't even buy the Daniel Craig ones.
I liked them. Well, I liked the fact that they continued. You know, they were the same. You know, they weren't they were you could treat them as a standalone movie, but they weren't. They continued the story. That was so I liked that about them. But Casino Royale was really good. Quantum of Solace was good. Skyfall, I liked it, but Spectre was really good too.
Yeah, the only ones of those movies I would have would be like the Sean Connery and some of the Roger Moores.
Well, I actually like Daniel Craig, so not. I also like what's his name, the one that was in that horror show that we liked. You know which one I'm talking about. Not Pierce Brosnan, the other one, the guy that only made one of them.
Timothy Dalton.
Timothy Dalton. That's the one I liked. I like Timothy Dalton as Bond.
Yeah, he was all right.
Well, I think it was because his movies came out when I was, going to see movies. So that's why his sticks out to me the most. So, oh well. All right, let's see. What else are we going to draw tonight? Let me get my other camera set up. I take requests, but I'm really sucky at that idea, so. Let's see. What do we want to draw? Let's draw something that's actually, I got an idea. Why don't I draw here?
You gotta start working on stuff, man. You gotta start figuring out these tiers and stuff.
I'm not worried about that right now. I have other stuff I got to do first.
You should be worried about it now.
Well, I'm not worried. I don't know what you're talking about, man. That stuff will come as it happens, Yes, Charlie, I understand. What time is it? 8:15. They left at 6. I'm trying to remember what time they went to go see a movie. They can't be home by now. Mike and the wife went to go see a movie. It is. Oh, I just realized it's 8 o'clock. It's Ayla's home.
155. That's an odd number for
what?
For the main story, 155.
What's an odd number?
It's an odd number, 155.
For what?
The main story.
Doesn't end at 155. Jerry says one thing he wish he could find is a collection of Hellraiser movies. That might be cool.
My last page I have is page 155 for the epilogue.
Oh, so that's the main story ends at page 150, and then there's 4 pages of epilogue.
With the bat and the eagle?
Yeah.
Well, there's also other pages that are labeled epilogue. That's 8 pages. E001, E0.
No, the E's for extra.
What?
Extra. That's the extra story, the backup story. But yeah, you're right.
But it really, the E implies epilogue more than extra.
It's not.
Ooh. Crazy.
If you say so.
Because it seems more like actual. It's a PS. It's a PPS.
Yes, yes.
The story has a PS and a PPS.
Well, the idea was that if you were watching a movie,
Yeah, but you're not.
Okay, so if you were watching a movie, that would be the end credit scene.
Yeah, but you're not.
I don't care. I'm just saying that's how we based it, was that it was like an end credit scene. After everything else was said and done, you get an extra story. So we made Hero like you're watching a Marvel movie with an end credit scene. Oh. That's just the way it is. There's a reason why I didn't ask you about that plan. That was my plan.
Your plans suck.
Well, says the guy paint coloring my plan right now, you know?
I won't be coloring the next one.
Why not?
Because I don't want to.
Okay. You're going to have to recommend somebody for me then.
You're on your own.
Oh, jeez. You wouldn't do that to me. Would you?
Yeah, dude.
I guess I'll just have to find somebody who works as cheaply as you do.
You'd probably find somebody who'll do it for free.
I don't think so. I don't think anybody would be willing to color for free. Tell them it's for exposure. Actually, anybody that I know that is a professional colorist or could do a professional job probably doesn't have time for any of this stuff, you know? That's why I'm so glad you agreed to stay on at least through book 4.
Yeah, no.
I have a contract, man.
No.
You're not going to break my contract. I'm going to have to sue you in federal court then.
There's no contract.
Yes, there is. You don't remember signing it in blood?
No.
You did. You may have been drunk at the time, but you did. Actually, no, I wouldn't hold that for you. Wonder if Todd knows how to color digitally.
Yes, Todd knows how to color digitally.
You think he'd be any good at it? I don't think so.
Yeah, he could color exactly like how cartoons look.
Yeah, but I like the way you color it.
Oh well.
All right, well, just gonna have to start calling you Moose.
Yep.
Now, y'all out there, don't worry. Avery's gonna do it. He loves this project.
I'm washing my hands of everyone.
He loves drawing little kid comics. It's his favorite thing.
I've had it with people blowing smoke up my ass, man.
I don't blow smoke up your butt, do I? Oh. So how much of that stuff are you having to redo? The whole thing?
What? No, none of it. When I clicked save, it counted.
Oh, good.
Counted. For a second there, I thought it didn't.
Yeah.
But it did, luckily.
Oh, very good, very good. Oh. So you got anything interesting going on?
Who?
No? Yeah, you.
No.
Did you make it by the bookstore today?
Nope.
No? I may try to make it by this weekend. I don't think there's anything out that I care about, anything major, so.
Yeah, I only go to the comic shop every 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's not worth it to go every week anymore.
No, I hear you. File, save as. Drawing, 0.
All right.
I think the last thing I went to go get was like a Doomsday Clock, and it'll be a couple of months before the next one of that comes out. You know, there's no rush on that one. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to. Excuse me, sorry. I'm gonna have to spend some time working on prepping these files. You know what's really sad is what I would do is I would finish drawing a chapter, and then I would go in and I'd write the script and I'd start lettering it, and then I'd start working on drawing the next chapter. The last chapter that I lettered was chapter 13. I have since then drawn chapters 14, 15, and I've laid out all of 16. So I still have 2 completed chapters that haven't been lettered yet. In other words, I have a lot of non-drawing work to do. So if I could find a way to make those videos interesting, I would do that. You know? Hey, everybody, watch me letter a comic, you know?
I bet there are some people out there that have tried it, putting it.
Yeah.
Boom.
Chomp. Hey, see, I made good sound effects. Look at that sound effect. Isn't that awesome? Chomp.
It'd be better if it was a little closer to the hiss, but not quite like the hiss.
Well, the hiss looks horrible. I'm going to have to redo that.
No, the hiss is actually fine. It looks... The line... The hiss is actually not bad. It's actually a good choice.
That should actually be more like a growl or something, you know? I don't know, maybe.
I think the hiss is all right.
I know there's a hissing sound effect in one of the other panels that looks horrible. But then we are talking about my sound effects.
They're not all bad. You just had a few in here that's like, whoa, why did he pick that?
I think it's the one, not on the second page, but the last page you have up there, where he's hissing and it's like covering, it's like half in the word balloon and half out of the word balloon.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing, Charlie?
That one?
Yeah, yeah.
I would, if you redo it, I would just make it slightly bigger.
Well, you know, now that I know how to do strokes and all, I could actually add a white stroke around it and actually make it part of the word balloon, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like extending out of the word balloon, not just on it. But at that point in time, I didn't know how to do that, so. So there may be some going back and redoing stuff.
Yeah, there's going to be some editing with the lettering.
Yeah, yeah.
Some dialogue that's got to get changed, minor changes.
Yeah. Well, I know.
But you'll have the whole 2 months you're doing the campaign.
Well, hopefully I'll have a lot of that stuff done before the campaign starts, but yeah. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sirree. So you're not spoiling the story, are you? Showing off the pages? Actually, it's like one of the next, not the next page, but the page after that, you may have to do not on camera.
Okay.
Just simply because.
I'm doing 143 through 146, 145 right now.
Okay.
I like that chomp. The colors on that chomp. I don't know. Just like, I don't know.
Do you believe the football is into week 7?
No, I don't know.
Like I said, my brother-in-law and I did our football picks before we started this. So
have you heard all the freaking out about? They're freaking out even more in writing articles about Comicsgate calling people NPC. Like, it's dehumanizing. It's like you call us sock puppets, Russian bots, alt-right, alt-rikers, Nazis, but we're dehumanizing you by calling you NPC. Okay.
uh-huh.
All right. You hurl obscenities at us for not liking a comic book. But, okay, cool.
Why is this like this?
'Cause logic.
Oh, crap.
Uh-oh.
I posted a video I wasn't supposed to post.
Oh, good. Is it a bad video? I don't want to see it.
No, it was one of my Steelbook videos. It wasn't supposed to go post till Friday.
I asked if it was a bad video, and you said no. And then you're like, it's a steel bookcase. And I'm like, no.
Well, the funny thing is, it's already got a view on it. Somebody's already seen it and thumbs up it. I got to delete it now.
No, leave it. Leave it.
Leave
it. Be a
man. Yeah, I guess so.
Chomp. Chewy, chewy, chomp.
Can't believe I did that. I must have accidentally hit post before I was ready. That's all right. It happens. Plus, people are watching you do your thing anyway, so.
What?
People are watching you do the thing anyway. They're not watching me.
What are you talking about? What thing?
I've got it locked on your screen, so they're watching you color and not anything I'm doing.
Why? Why for? Where's the history? Boop. Why aren't you working on hero stuff? Yeah, it's going to be hard for you to stream art while you're in like that final editing process for this.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you can do it. Just only work on art while you're streaming.
But I currently do.
Yeah. Well, the rest of the time when you're working on hero stuff, you'll be working on the editing process.
Oh well. What are you doing? No, it's looking good. Looking good.
What's who doing?
You.
I'm coloring your comic.
I know. It's so bloody.
He's a big red snake.
He's a big red snake. Yes, Commodore was just commenting on the Rakita Law EVS versus Jason Youngbluth debate.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good debate. You know what I think is really funny is the fact that Jason is out there telling everybody that he won the debate. If you listen to the last 20 minutes of the debate, he gets yelled at, chastised by the debater for some really horrible language by the moderator, and then kicked off of the stream. And Ethan sounds like nothing but a cool, calm, and collective individual. And Jason's out there saying, "I won the debate." It's like one of you was kicked off for using really foul language.
He was using that language to get the law in trouble.
Well, I don't know if that was his intent, but he really did screw it up. So he really did lose a hell of a lot of points just for that. So
that's part of the reason they use that. They'll use that kind of language, then get you blamed for that language.
Right, right.
They're the masters of it.
Well, I just think it's funny that he's out there telling people, "I won the debate." It's like, you got kicked out of the debate because you're an idiot, you know? All right, I updated my Steelbook Addict video, so now it's got all the stuff. It's got all the accoutrements.
Okay, cool.
That I did not have previously. So you need to go out there and watch it really quickly.
So. Yeah, I don't watch your Steelbook videos.
What do you mean?
I don't watch them.
Of course you do. You're one of my biggest fans. You love my Steelbook videos.
Yeah. The people that know you personally are not your fans. Like,
I know.
The people that know you in real life are never your fan. They're always no, I know him.
Well, that's why I tell people, like two of my biggest fans are a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old. They think I'm a god, you know?
Yeah.
They think I'm an awesome artist, and I draw really cool comics. People that actually know me just like go,
Andrew.
Yeah.
Andrew. Whatever.
So while I was in New York, I did an interview with Rich Bernatovich, one of our friends, and halfway through the interview, I started to end the interview because I thought we were done, and I completely forgot there was something else he was going to show me. So he said, "But I have this other thing." I went, "Oh yeah, okay. Oh, damn, I screwed it up. Let me start all over again." "What else do you have?" And he's just laughing at me so hard that he said, "Man, you're an ass." I said, "I know." And he says, "You're going to edit this out of the video." I said, "Absolutely." Well, I actually added it to the end of the video as a blooper. It's pretty funny.
Rich is a nice dude.
He is. The new Sentinels book looks fantastic.
Oh,
so
cool. Awesome.
Everybody should check that out.
I just hope when Hero comes out and it's like, "Oh yeah, we're a Comicsgate book," people don't attack him for being friends with you.
No, they're not going to do that.
Because you never know, dude. It's just, that would bother me. It's like, dude, he's a nice dude who has nothing to do with this. Leave him alone.
Yeah. Well, Rich is good people. I like him. Oh, I gotta change what Today's the 17th, right? Today is Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
See, that means I ended up doing 4 videos today. Crap.
Yeah, 4
if you,
videos.
if you include the live stream.
Yeah.
Because I screwed up and hit publish the Steelbook one before I was ready.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, my interview with Rich Bernatovich will launch tomorrow at 2 p.m. So if you're all out there, you should definitely check out.
What the heck is that?
Have you noticed Rick Rekieta sounds like Ben Judd, Phoenix Wright? I have no idea who that is.
Yeah,
You know?
why?
Oh, all right. Well, so I'm not the only one. Okay.
No. Is our sports thing?
Is it a sports thing? Oh, I have no idea.
All
right, now you're gonna have to make me look it up because I don't know who that is.
I don't watch the sports. I like comic books and guns.
You just said you don't like the sports.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh my god.
I don't watch sports team, whatever. You know. I used to watch Braves baseball way back when. I mean like the Darryl Strawberry days.
All right. Let's see.
Phoenix, right? Yeah.
Ace Attorney. Oh. Including. Oh, he does the voice of. He's a voice actor. He's a voice actor. Okay.
I thought it was called something or other.
Yeah. Okay.
What's Phoenix Wright? What is it?
It's a character. So.
What's the character from?
Ace Attorney series. The Ace Attorney series.
Never heard of it. I haven't heard of that. What is it?
I don't know.
What is it, Commodore? I'm asking Commodore. What is it?
Oh, all right. Well,
Commodore knows.
I know he knows. He's the one that brought it up.
I know. That's the reason I'm asking him. He knows. I don't know what that is. I'm completely ignorant.
I tell you, I bought Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Movie.
I bought it years ago.
It says Ace Attorney Games. I don't know what. Okay. Commodore, we will take your word for it. Only because we're bad with that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's not something I'm not familiar with it.
Nope, me neither. So I'm looking forward to watching this show, Gravity Falls. Mike says it's good, so
He also familiar.
He also said it's a Disney show, but he also said Doctor Who was good, and
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, he also said Doctor Who was good. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. So
depends on which seasons.
He said, Commodore says, I learned a lot about CG Comicsgate from that debate. I thought Comicsgate was, if it's okay for comics to be political, either both sides are okay or none are. Now I've learned to be an apolitical as you can be as political as you can. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with politics in comics. There's nothing wrong with that stuff. It's when you start forcing your agenda onto the reader. Have you ever been reading a book and you're like getting into the story and you're getting into the characters and all of a sudden somebody says something like totally out of the blue and it's all politically motivated? It's like somebody will be talking and all of a sudden they'll say something about, Mexicans and the border wall or something. And it's just so out of place. And it's just forced in there on you, and it just takes you out of the story.
And it doesn't sound like the character's voice.
They do it all the time, and that's what it's like. You can be political, you can make a political stance, you can do that, but you know, you're not going to see Superman flying around and he'll stop to save somebody, and then somebody will make a comment. Well, man, he probably would have gotten here quicker if that was a girl, a white girl. You know, it's like that is just so outside of the realm of superhero comics, and they'll do it just to make a point. You know, and that's the thing that gets us, is them making points. You know, making political stances in superhero comics and in what's supposed to be entertainment to people, you know? And then there's that thing about how, you know, politics has always been in comics. Well, absolutely, but it wasn't, you know, when you read Watchmen, right? And you're watching, you know, Nixon being elected for his like third or fourth term. Yeah, it's making a political statement, but they're not doing, it's part of the story. It's not being shoved down your throat like, this is what happens when you let Republicans win elections. They go in and they're there forever. It's like, that wasn't what it was about. It was part of the story. It was part of the experience of what Watchmen was, you know? Isn't that pretty much Atlas Shrugged? I don't know enough about that, to be honest with you. I know of its existence. I just don't know about it. Wouldn't that have something to do with trains? Atlas Shrugged?
I can't read Ayn Rand. She's interesting, but like her fiction is very dry.
Yeah. No, I don't mind reading a comic or seeing a movie or a TV show that has a social commentary in it, because a lot of that stuff is built into the stories. It's when it takes you out of the story because it's so forced on you that you're like, you're reading something and you're following along, and all of a sudden they take a left turn because they want to you know, scold you about something. When it's subtle, just like you said, it was more subtle. Exactly.
When it's a part of the story and it's not shoehorned in, and you're not changing who a character is.
What was it I was reading? There was something I was reading recently. I was getting into it, and all of a sudden somebody made a comment or something, and it just threw me completely out of the story. And it was so left field. It was like, God, why did you have to do that? You know? You get engrossed in the story, and then they try to force something on you, and it's like, I forgot what it was. It was something I was reading recently, and it hit me so hard and threw me so far out of the book that or out of the story. It was like, I didn't even want to finish it, you know?
I didn't even read that last issue of Spawn that I bought, where I decided I wanted to cancel the book. It's like I was flipping through it, and it was like, there was Trump, and I was just like, I don't even care the context. I'm out. Like, you lost me.
Yeah. I've got to find what it was I was reading that threw me for a loop. Oh, I wish I had put it aside, because I know it was something. Good God, where was it?
Yeah, you couldn't get past yeah. Like, I'd much rather listen to like one of Ayn Rand's speeches or something over like reading her fiction. Because there's interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
But as far as her fiction,
Commodore says, I listened to the first couple chapters, and it's pretty much Ayn Rand saying, you see this dystopian future? It sucks because there's monopolies enforced by regulators.
Yeah.
Well, man, I really wish I could show you guys what it was I was talking about. It was something recent, and I'm looking around my desk. I've got stacks and stacks of crap around here, so I would probably never find it. But
I'm quite sure it was a Marvel book.
It may have been.
Because they want to, the wage gap in India. Like, wait, what?
Right. It was one of these things that just came out of left field and completely took me out of the story. And the person writing this is like, I am just so clever. This is like the smartest thing I've ever written in my life. People aren't going to see this coming. And it's never that case. That's never the case, you know.
It's always cringy.
Jerry says it has gotten to the point where I started thinking it's a better book I could read over this.
Yeah, like I think it's okay to make political comics. Just be honest about that's what it is from the jump. Don't like sucker me in with something else.
Well, nobody out there is going to go buy Trump Space Force and go, I didn't realize this was political satire.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. Be like, he's honest. Timothy Lim is honest from the jump of what this is. Yeah, so that's the reason why people are okay with it.
Yeah, he's taking advantage of the now. You know, he's taking advantage of the now. 6 years from now, nobody's going to care or remember anything about that book, but he took advantage of it now. You know,
no, I think they will. I think some people will. Now, I really did like Black Hops.
Oh, I don't think I even checked that out.
I have it. You can borrow mine.
Did it make it? Did you get it through an Indiegogo or did it come to the store?
I bought it at the store. I put it on my pull.
Oh. I'm guessing he didn't order very many of those.
I think, I don't know, I might be the only person that ordered it, but I ordered it.
Well, that's what happens.
I bought rags too.
Yeah, how was that, by the way?
It's cool art.
Okay, cool.
I like it. I like the art.
Very good, very good.
I'm gonna try to get Cash Grab when Timothy Lim does Cash Grab. I like the dude.
Well, you know, Cecil keeps saying that it's never going to come out, which I think is hilarious.
That's the joke. I think it's funny too. I think it's funny as hell.
Yeah. Oh well. All right, guys. I'm gonna start wrapping this up. Matter of fact, we're gonna end this like in the next 10 seconds or so, because we've been on for over an hour and nature is calling and shit like that happens. Oh, I just cursed on my own live stream. Oh, I feel so bad. Actually, I don't. Avery, thank you so much for joining me. It's always wonderful having you here.
Freaking retarded.
I know. Jerry, Commodore, appreciate you guys hanging out.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Even though a lot of people don't usually chime in on Fridays, we will be doing this again, or at least I know for sure I will be doing this again Friday night. So if you'd like to chime in and join along, please do. Thanks a lot, everybody. Catch y'all next time, all right? Say bye, Avery.
Bye.